What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrew, and this week we have an exciting video for you guys. We have 3 bearded dragons here that are 0 morphs, and they're some of the rarest morphs of bearded dragons out there, so let's meet these 3. I'm Andrew Edwards. I've spent most of my life learning about animals, and now focusing on education, breeding, care, and the discovering of new animals. Welcome to Andrew's Reptile Arc. So right here are the 2 bearded dragons we have in here. The third one is actually in the other room, and we'll meet them in a sec, but these are the 2 girls, so we'll kind of meet them and talk about them. And these are bearded dragons, and morphs really don't matter when it comes to temperament. They're all the same. It's just basically color and pattern that have changed. So these bearded dragons are white or gray in color, or even sometimes a little bit purple. We have Diamond right here. She's kind of focused on the camera a little bit. This is the first time we're filming with her, so it's a new experience, of course. So hopefully she can... There we go. So as you can see in the black background, they are very white, and that's just a different coloration to your normal or standard bearded dragon. But they act just the same. And all 3 of these are 0 morphs. And Moon is the male in the other room. And he is a cross between a... She's not staying on me. He's a cross between a fire and a 0. When these 0 morphs breed, they actually can't produce a viable offspring. But when you introduce another morph pattern in there, they can actually have viable babies. So you have to have a morph that is half or a cross between 2 morphs, so they give a little bit extra genes in there so that they can be viable babies. So this is Shadow here. She's a little bit smaller than Diamond, but that's perfectly okay. She's a little bit more white, so you can see the color difference right here. So more of a grayish white, and she is more of a white. Now, you'll see the difference between the 2 temperaments. She's a lot smaller. She's a little bit more new. So she's not as used to us yet. But most bearded dragons will calm down. But we can still pick her up. Put her on the black background right here. Hopefully she doesn't dart off. But as you can see, she's a lot more white. She does have those spikes. Diamond is a leatherback, so she doesn't have the spikes on the back, which is a little bit more rare. You don't see that often, but you can see how tiny she is. She's so adorable. Now, we separated a 40-gallon tank because these guys are small. They don't need the full 40-gallon, and we don't want to put them together because we don't want them fighting or anything like that. There is a size difference, so I don't really want any kind of aggression going on. But yeah, look at that color. They're super cool. You don't see very many white lizards, and that's why they're so rare. These guys don't get bred that often. Hopefully in future we will breed them. But these are 2 girls, and our male is in the other room. Eventually we'll add them all together once they become a similar size to each other and they go through puberty or more sexual reproduction age. They are babies, so they're a little bit more skittish, but a little bit more active than your adult bearded dragons. When these guys get older, they do slow down. They're not as active. Their cages are slightly different. In this one, we do have a waterfall, so it does provide moving water. She's just locked onto the camera. Look at that. Go a little closer. No. And we do have caves for them set up. Shadow over here has a little net so she can get up here. Basking platforms that have like fake rock structures on them, just so they can absorb more of the heat. But yeah, look at that. And we'll go see Moon in 1 second. So Moon is slightly bigger, obviously a male, but he has kind of a reddish pattern. He's hungry a little bit, so it's not really aggression, it's just he is hungry. So he still has that white color, but he also has the red around the ears, which is really cool. And he's sunning himself at the moment. Now he is a standard bearded dragon. He's not a leatherback like Diamond is. He has the spike pattern right here. Oh, look at that. And there's his tail right here. Oh, so he is a little hungry, but we will feed him either later tonight or tomorrow. It is his feeding day. But these guys do make fantastic pets. A lot of people have bearded dragons, and they live for a long time, 20 years sometimes, 15 more commonly. And if we open this, we can see his full cage. Custom made background out of, this is made out of concrete. A couple places for him to climb here. A nice large water dish to drink out of with a filter, just like Diamond. Couple hides, you got one back there, big one here. A little food dish right there that we need to take the little bits of lettuce out of there. And these guys do need UVB and heat, but we can go into that in more detail once we cover a topic of bearded dragon humidity, lighting, heating, everything like that. I do want to add another light up here so it kind of lights up this side of the enclosure. And he has the true 40-gallon tank. He has the full thing. Males do get slightly bigger. They'll max out around 24 inches. And a female is really 18. Maybe they'll touch 24, but it's very uncommon. And these guys come from Australia, so they come from very hot areas, desert or semi-arid desert-ish areas. So they do require a lot of heat. Hot basking bulb right there. And they do have shrub areas so they can climb, and they are perfectly good swimmers. So he goes in there, soaks up a little bit, and then he can go up and heat himself. You can see that darkness in his chin right there coming out. They can actually change that color based off their mood. So when it's nice and dark like that, they're not very happy. Let's see if I can pick him up. Oh. Don't want to get bit. Don't want to get bit. Can you? Please. Thanks. So. Oh, I thought you were going to come on me. No? Okay. So you can see that nice coloration right there. Kind of more of your standard bearded dragon color. But look at that ear. Nice and red. He does have a line near my finger right here. If I can... If it focuses. Nice line right there. And we do know he's a boy. You can tell at relatively young age. But a lot of people like bearded dragons. They kind of just sit on you. Don't do a lot. But they are active when you need them to be. When they're feeding, they're especially active. You'll love seeing them run around an enclosure. We do feed them in a separate bin. But... And that gets them used to being held. And they do have kind of sharp claws, as you can see. They're gripping pretty well. Put them right there. Reposition that. And you see that yellow coming out a little bit. But yeah, not as white as the girls. We can go back over the girls and check them out one more time. So there's the shot of the enclosure one more time, separated by the plywood. Held up a little bit. They're not very heavy at the moment, so they don't need kind of reinforcing in their platforms. She's just tracking it. I love how she reacts. Look at that. Incredible. But anyway, so we can put her there and kind of... Thought she was going to go for the camera. But I love that coloration. Very different than your standard pet at all. Not very often you get a white colored lizard. So I love these guys. Bearded dragons are fantastic animals. If you want to get one, you can pick them up for relatively cheap. You don't want to go kind of crazy cheap. But about $150 Canadian, all the way up to these guys that are very expensive. And you can get pretty much any coloration you want. There's hundreds of different kinds of morphs, and they're beautiful. All of them are fantastic. They all kind of look like this if you raise them correctly. And they're just awesome pets. But I think that's it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of bearded dragons. If you like the Zero Morph, these guys are extremely rare. And anyway, don't forget to check out our other channels, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.